When you look at what's considered the very deepest components of our core, you'll see that it's in 4 parts. The first is the diaphragm, that of course we use for breathing. The second is your transverse abdominals, the deepest of your abdominal muscles. The third is the pelvic floor. And then the fourth is a muscle called the multifidus. And the multifidus actually runs from the cervical spine all the way down to the sacrum. And it is smaller groups of multifidi that span, they're triangular shaped, and they span 2 to 4 vertebral segments. And they're most prominent through the low back. They help us with trunk stabilization, extension, side bending, and then what I want to focus on today, which is rotation. So when we do a lot of core work where we work our obliques and we work on rotation, and the multifidus kick in. So when we are doing straight axial rotation here, the multifidus are working very hard to keep us upright in teamwork with the obliques. When you just use obliques, you're coming down into more of a flexed and rotated position. So the first exercise, we'll do 4 here. And the first, you can use a yoga block, or you could use a folded up towel if you want. We're going into bird dog, which most of us have done before, with a little bit different twist on it. So you can either put a folded up towel or a yoga block under one leg. So you've got your hands underneath your shoulders, and then this knee is dropped down to the floor, so your pelvis is dropped down on this side. So the first thing you do is you lift that hip up so your pelvis is level. And as you lift it up, you're activating those multifidus and rotating. Now you're stabilizing with the multifidus as you go into extension of the arm and leg. Bring it in and down. So here we go again. Bring it up, hold it, take it out, in and down. So 3 more. Stretch out long, long through the neck and spine. Bring it in and down. 2 more. Out, in and down. And last one. Out, in and down. Okay, switch your towel or yoga block over to the other side. Again, hands under the shoulders, shoulder blades pulled down away from your ears, belly button pulled in to activate those transverse abdominals. And then lift the pelvis up, hold it, then take it out, extend through the spine, pull the shoulder down away from the ear, bring it down, and knee drops down. Kick in the multifidus, pull up, pelvis level, take it out, in and down. 3 more, up, out, in and down. 2 more, out, in and down. Last one, up, out, in and down. Okay, we will take it over onto our back in a bridge now. So you want shoulders down, rooted into the mat. Lift your hips up so pelvis is level, and you're taking one leg out and bring it in and down, switch. So we've all done this before. Maybe conscious more that you're working glutes here, but you're working low back here, stabilizing, keeping the hips level, resisting rotation. And if you want to, you can make this more challenging by bringing the hands up towards the ceiling, keeping the hips nice and high. 1 more each side. And last one. And down. Come all the way down. And then one of my favorite oblique exercises. Arms go out to the side. Legs come up into tabletop, so hips are over, that's your knees. Knees are over the hips. And you're dropping over to the side and pulling back up. So over to the side, multifidus working eccentrically, and then obliques pulling you up. So this is a combination of obliques and multifidus working concentrically and eccentrically as you drop down. And if you want to, you can bring your hands up towards the ceiling for an additional challenge. And then last one. And over and up. Okay, fourth exercise, we're going into a side plank. So you want your elbow underneath your shoulder. You can have this bottom knee on the floor. If you want a straight line from the shoulder through the hip, knee, and heel. So you can take that up if you want. Hand behind the head. And you're tipping down and coming up. So obliques, multifidus. Down and up. So keep space between your ear and shoulder here. Don't sink down. Just two more. Two. And last one. And up. Bring it down. Take it to the other side. So these side planks were usually focused on shoulder strengthening and oblique work, abdominal work, which you are working, but it's nice to revisit these exercises. Pay attention to what's going on at your back and focus on that. Obliques, multifidus. And up. Three more. Up. Two. And last one. And up. Bring it down. So there you go. Don't forget with your core, you have your diaphragm, your deep core, you have your diaphragm, transverse abdominals, pelvic floor, and multifidus. And that is how to focus on the multifidus.